Hello viewers and welcome back to Murder Time. Welcome back to Renowned Explorers, more to explore, Murder Time. So, I want to do the Indian adventure because I want to keep seeing... There is stuff still here that we have not seen. This party would be, pretty okay at the desert. Pretty okay at the Egyptian expedition. And to be perfectly honest, there's a not exactly tiny chance that we just go ahead and do that as Expedition 4. I want to do the Andes. I want to keep seeing stuff in the Andes. Yeah, that's all there is to it. I want to keep seeing stuff in the Andes, you know? Like I said, this is sort of, the last couple of runs, basically all the runs since I started doing this series, have been sort of, aimless. We're just, wandering around and seeing stuff. This will probably be the last of those aimless wandering around runs. I want to formulate some goals from here on. I feel like I know enough about the new systems and enough about everybody's crew stories and stuff. You made it to the mysterious Andes range. So far, so good. Molly feels that getting here is already a great achievement. Yeah, alright, whatever. And these guys are like, rah, and then we fight them. And they try to use speech, and we try to use punching. And they will find that we are far better at it than they are. Oh hey, Earl leveled up the rest of the way. And he has gotten Strike of Fear, which is such a silly ability. So it is a line-targeted stun. These two guys are stunned now. This skill is ridiculously powerful. It's really incredible. Oh, I'm so disappointed about the maybe not one-shotting this guy. But the whole point is that Molly's supposed to be able to go off by herself. Alright, and then can we... Yeah. You know, a little bit of teamwork is nice too, but we end up in these situations so frequently where there's one or two guys off to one side, and then two or three guys off to the other. And Molly, I need you to be able to stand on your own in these situations. Quit, yo! I'm certain that's what he was saying. He was asking us to quit, and also, he's from, Louisiana. Quit, y'all! These invaders are formidable! Run! We have to warn the Imperial Guard! These people are sure to topple our glorious Emperor and steal all our national treasures. Yep, that's true. Every part of that was right. Alright, so we've had some problems in the past related to our inability to keep our supplies in good order. So I think we're gonna, You're having a small Incan village. Molly is not sure whether this particular village is with or against the Emperor. You notice some signs with red crosses through them, so they don't like the Emperor here. And we'll say, oh, we also don't like the Emperor, and the villagers are like, ah, you speak wise words, I will spread your wisdom. And then, no, sorry, we're lying. The villagers are infuriated that you cannot see the Emperor for what he is. Look, I don't know anything about the Emperor, for being totally honest. Why is everybody gotta be so far apart? Okay, so Earl's got this. He'll just do this turn, and then he'll experiment next turn. Ah, we are having a terrible time over here. I guess they'll just make each other confident while we wait for these guys to approach us. The best of friends. And meanwhile, Earl is off performing live experimentation on strangers. Perfectly reasonable, very heroic behavior. I can't see why anyone wouldn't want us in their country. $63. You know, it's alright. Our damage is in an alright place. Could be better. Ah, I'm never gonna get tired of that animation. It's like a mortar, but he fires it from 2 feet away. We showed them how we really feel. So there's a lot of nodes that are showing the supply icon, but I'm sure each one of these is like 1 supply. Night is coming, and you need a place to set up camp quickly. You could go further into the jungle until you find the perfect camping spot, surrounded by interesting flora. Molly also considers finding a safer and more conventional spot, so we would lose a point of resolve if we failed this. Do I want a coin flip for it? No, let's... Yeah, let's take a safe spot. Better be safe. The night was comfortable, and Molly even had some time to observe the Andes with great interest. The moon shining over the mountains is a pretty romantic sight. Hey, Earl's right there. You can make your move. Isn't that Pachacuti, the last Incan? Well, you know by now that he's in fact not the last Incan. Molly would love to approach this helpful fellow. This is something new. I've never seen this before. Pachacuti, wait! You try to get his attention, but Pachacuti startles and runs at a simply amazing speed. Too bad. Today's the day. Molly will face Dolores in a competition of strength. Well, that was super weird, right? That thing we just... A whole parkour has been set out. Running, climbing, and even an arm wrestling match. Molly is slightly nervous. Nobody has seen her lose yet, and she intends to keep it that way. Is this a real... Is this a good... Okay. This is not how I understand the word parkour. Maybe I don't actually know what it means. Molly walks up to Dolores to ask if she is ready. I hope you've trained enough to face me, Molly. Alright, Molly and Dolores line up. Ready? Set? Go! I could tool this? That seems ridiculous. Go for it. We haven't seen an adventure wheel in one of these. Oh! Dolores, get dunked on. And what a match it was! The physical race between Dolores and Molly will be talked about in the society for months to come. The friendly competition has brought Dolores and Molly closer together. It's always nice to have someone around that pushes you to do better. Wow, that's a lot of tokens. Oh, that cruise story was worth a very large number of tokens in total. Plus 10% attack power. That's nice. Oh my god, why are the Andean adventure is so... the crew discovers a bird that has never been seen before. You document it for future generations. This whole area is so screwed up, like, you can never tell where a node connects to just by looking at it. You have to do the mouse over. Because nodes will often not connect to other nodes that they're like an inch away from on the map. From a short distance, you can see some people performing a religious ritual. So we dance in joy for Mama Pacha and hope she'll bring us greater fertility. Yeah, real interesting. So you can take 1 supply, or 2 study tokens. I think we'll go that way. The ritual is very interesting indeed. After a few minutes, the followers leave the site. Molly wonders if you could take advantage of this ritual somehow. You'll never know. I think you have to have the rogue perk Mischief. Oh my, what a dark and troubled place. Local guards are everywhere, and the streets are teeming with the bones of the dead. The villagers look very afraid. A militia leader greets you. Welcome to Laktapata, brave travelers. I'm Juana Hatun, head of the guard. Every day we are attacked by hordes of skeletons. Of course, that sorry excuse for an emperor refuses to help us. Can we help? Yes, we're really in need of some help. A vile necromancer is terrorizing the city. She's been sending wave after wave of skeleton warriors because we won't accept her as our princess. The emperor isn't doing anything to stop her, the lazy bum. Please, go confront the necromancer. Her temple of death is well hidden, so I'll mark her temple of death for you. Also, don't be friendly to her. She doesn't take kindness kindly. Yeah, don't worry. That was never a concern. You know, they said the city's not very prosperous, but you can trade supplies for resolve. Yes. I'm gonna do 1. We don't need resolve. Well, I mean, they said it's a very, very well hidden, you know. But you can see it from the village. There's no way that you can't see that giant temple, like, from the buildings on the east side. Okay, so we can take 200 around right now. During the next expedition, this will be pretty valuable. I'm going to keep this one as well. We'll see if we can't get a couple more points. This can be what we take during the 5th expedition, just a bundle of points. So I think we're going to go for this then. Molly is having quite roguish ambitions. To gain more gold, Molly is trying out new tactics to target unsuspecting targets. Molly sure is handy at pilfering unsuspecting victims, a skill that is quite convenient for acquiring greater wealth during adventures. The only one not so enthusiastic about this is Dolores, who has been Molly's unsuspecting victim one too many times. So, alright, Molly now gets extra collect tokens every time she succeeds on a rogue roll, which I'm sure will come up a bunch of times here. There's a bunch of good rogue rolls in this place. Alright, the Temple of Death. An eerie aura emanates from it. The city of Laktapata has been troubled by the necromancer living inside the temple. This is going to be very dangerous. Are we ready to face the dangers of the undead? You bet. Man, I'm not afraid of some skeletons. We can do this. The crew approaches the stairs of the Temple of Death. Dolores bravely steps forward. Adventure awaits. Behind the entrance awaits a long corridor. Skeletal motifs decorate the walls. The place looks relatively peaceful, but when Molly makes one wrong move... Traps! Not just one, but like a billion. So many traps. Every surface, every floor, every wall. Molly is lucky she hasn't been torn to pieces. It will be impossible to pass this sea of knives. Only by reverse engineering the mechanics will you have a chance of disabling the traps. Well, it turns out Earl can engineer in any direction you want. That was an astounding success. With expert finesse and technique, Earl puts all the traps to rest. The system was very complicated, but no match for Earl's engineering skill. The corridor goes on for a little while. At the end, a massive door stands before you with a chilling wind slipping through beneath it. You don't have to guess twice what's behind it. What a bizarre room! The place is dark and filled with quasi-animated skeletons. It seems they're guarding an emerald skull in the middle of the room. You thought you would be facing the necromancer, but maybe this is the source of the undead. It's clear. You need to steal that emerald skull. I agree. While the skeletal guards don't react or notice you, they do react when you get closer to the emerald skull. They're basically glorified traps, but with so many of them that they can cause serious trouble. Maybe someone good at stealing might be able to pilfer the emerald skull. Well, I'm definitely gonna tool this. I want that skull, and I don't want to lose 2 resolve, so... Seems like a fine time for the tool. What a masterful display! Molly roguishly evades all the half-sentient skeleton guards and snatches the emerald skull. All the skeletons suddenly collapse. You have did it. But wait! The emerald skull starts glowing hot. It flies out of Molly's hand and starts to transform. In the rumble, you hear a voice. Ah! What's this? Death to those who oppose the goddess! Why, a cute little girl appears out of nowhere. I don't know if that's cute, so it's kind of weird. Are you lost, little girl? Oh, the language. I'm not a kid, I'm the godly Princess Necromancer. Respect me as your superior, bow down to your princess, and give me candy! So... Yeah, you're not a child, you're a demon! Haha, yes I am! Fear the almighty Necromancer Princess! You shall bow to my will! We must put this abomination down. The text is not ambiguous about our aim. Put her down. Wait, is this supposed to be outdoors? I thought there was a temple. Alright. So, the skeletons have... The skeletons that are wearing orange have 0 armor. The skeletons that are wearing blue have 0 speech defense. The princess herself... The princess herself is, like, equally well tackled in either way, it seems like. Alright. That's a good start. I do wish that Dolores could move one more, like, to right here would be great. Well, if I stand here, can I get both these guys? No, it looks like I might get either of them. It's possible that I would have gotten both of them. I would have had to have good damage rolls on both. I don't think it's worth the risk. We'll just take him on a little slowly. Dolores will take some incoming damage. One thing that this party does not have at all is recovery. We don't really have any mechanisms for healing or... Every battle is just a race to the bottom, basically. Oh, they're really having at her. I don't know why she can't just, like, dodge. So this guy is weak against enrage. Not weak enough, though. Not weak enough for it to have the effect that I would like it to have. Alright, we're gonna do this now. In the hopes of getting confident. Or in the hopes of getting a kill while getting confident. I would really like to have had both there. Wow, we have no ability to injure this guy at all. I guess we're just gonna have to do this. We unfortunately have to use up 2 attacks here. Those blue skeletons are kind of a pain. The orange one's not such a big deal. Yeah, Dolores is borderline invincible. If only all of the enemies would focus on her for forevermore. Okay, alright, that's quite enough of that. Alright, so I'm just gonna stun that guy. One thing at a time here. Let's drop these other skeletons real quick. I'm sure she'll call in reinforcements, but it's not that hard to keep these guys under control. And I want to give Molly a chance to stand in the regen zone for a turn, and also obviously try to keep her out of harm's way. Okay, that's slightly more damaging. Can I get this guy down? I can. Alright. She's a tough one. There's no two ways about that. We got a lot of health. I actually think, though, that we might be able to kill her on the next turn. Yeah. I think we've got this. Earl landing an enrage into any physical attack will be enough damage, I think. Right? Yeah. Well, we're gonna do Flank and Shank because I think it has a cool animation. It's just a little misdirect, you know? She points over your shoulder and then stabs you with a giant spear. Because that's a perfectly reasonable version of that trick. You defeated the necromancing demon. With a smile on her face, she reassembles and turns to Molly. Finally, someone able to defeat me. I've never felt so alive. Haha, it's funny because I'm dead. Like a true villain from the myths. Thank you so much for turning my story into legend. She moves to an empty throne. I will rest now until I am summoned again. Then I will surely be the rightful ruler of this place, like my parents before me. Farewell. She turns into an inanimate corpse. It's weird. She does seem to respect you, and the emerald skull is yours for the taking. Hey, free skull. Who doesn't love skulls? I don't know that we necessarily want a discovery token buff. Yeah, you know what? I will take this. So let's take +3 average status from the tokens. So let's walk back to the village. I was expecting this to be a lot more difficult and for us to have fewer supplies left afterward. About that necromancer. The necromancer will bother you no more. Please accept these gifts of gold and knowledge. Alright, yeah, let's travel the Andean roads to another city. So we got Vilcabamba as well. Alright. This is Vilcabamba. You're safe from the Emperor here, travelers. We are the last city to actively resist the clutches of our dictator. I am the rebel leader, Huayna Capac. We'd like to help your cause as well. We're just putting out fires all over the place today, man. Take advantage of it. Also, this is not the correct title. We could absolutely use the help of some seasoned adventurers. While spirits are still high, the Emperor has switched tactics. He's now looking to desecrate the hero's relic, an important legendary item that embodies the people's resolve. You must find the hero's relic before the Imperial Guard does. Yeah, alright. We're gonna keep it. He doesn't need to know that. Thank you so much. To be honest, we don't know exactly where the hero's relic is. Even worse, the Emperor does seem to know. Our spies have located an Imperial search party. I'll mark their location. If you go there, you're bound to find out more. Yeah, that makes sense. Man, everything is right next to everything else today. This is really handy. Okay, I'm gonna remember to level up. Get that. Nope. Sorry, this. We already have stamina. And Molly is gonna get another point of rogue. Oh, right. Did that give Dolores her other? It did. Okay, so let's switch this hammer over to here. Okay, there we go. The perk display on the character window doesn't update in real time. You just have to trust that it's doing what it's supposed to do. You find the search party looking for the hero's relic. The Emperor has just addressed them and is about to leave. 100 gold pieces for the man who brings me the burned remains of the relic. Don't let your glorious leader down. I guess he's a jerk. I don't know that this really matters, man. The Emperor and his entourage are about to return to the palace. Now's your chance to strike before they set out. So, like, people are getting really upset about this hero's relic, but it's just some cloth and metal, you know, like, just make a new one. I don't see what the big deal is. It was nice of them to group up like this. I mean, how much havoc can we wreak if we drop quite a bit, I think. So I want to do this from a space that is adjacent to Dolores. And we'll, like, wow. Let's start with this, so... Pretty good. And then we will, I wish you had a little bit more physical AoE. We'll only be able to take down 2 of these guys this turn. I kind of wish we had, like, Ivan's pinning strike attack that lets you do damage to things adjacent to the target. I mean, there's no danger from 2 of these guys attacking us. Even if they both hit for the absolute maximum of their damage range, it wouldn't be anywhere close to a kill. $101 damage. That's Earl, always shooting people in the face. It's no wonder we're so bad at diplomacy. Alright, once again, total domination. Take that, you Imperial pansies! With a decisive victory, you take the map with the directions to the hero's relic, and it's right there. This is very convenient. Alright. Stashed away in the hero's tomb, deep inside the mountains. A pretty uncreative place to hide it. Yep. Alright, so let's, oh, we're here. So this is the same, moving here to here is the same distance as moving here. No, it's not. 3. 3 is not the same as 2. Math is very difficult. Listen, as a person who has studied an awful lot of math, let me tell you, there's no way to complete a math problem. All math is impossible. You come across a small Incan patrol led by one of their fierce commanders. Fortunately, they haven't seen you yet, and the terrain ahead provides some cover. The group is spread out and is patrolling in complicated patterns. Yeah. Dolores instantly recognizes the patrol pattern, because if you have any tactician knowledge at all, you are an expert. Wait 10 seconds, run 90 feet west, crouch 50 feet north. Wait 10, run 90 west, crouch 50 north. I'm remembering this. Crouch 50 north, run 90... Yeah, this one. This one. The crew safely makes it past the Incan patrol. You're ready to continue your adventure. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let's correct that. The Incan patrol spots you. The commander issues orders. Quickly, grab these spies before they can pose a threat to the glorious reign of the Emperor. Listen, I'm trying to help you, buddy. You could be grateful. Now, not only have you not learned anything, but we are definitely going to murder you with bombs and knives. Do you not see... Like, we're holding this stuff in the open. They have to know. I don't know, it's a disappointing lack of foresight. So let's move Earl forward. And then excite him? Because he has not yet used experimentation. So if we buff up his attack, have him stand next to Dolores when he does it. Dolores can strip some people's armor, probably. That seems okay. Here we go. I can't quite get all three of them. Alright, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I unfortunately left Dolores in a position where she can't attack. I don't know what better thing I could have done there. This was probably the right play. So is this guy particularly weak to anything? Just sadness. We don't really have an option on that. But we do all hit, like, absolute, like, freight trains against people who are enraged. So this ought to be a reasonably spectacular amount of damage. Yeah, 94, not bad. I said spectacular, but then I used a qualifier to, like, chill it down a little bit. Alright, with the patrol defeated, you can continue your adventure. We sure can. I might even go so far as must. After following the map you got from the Imperial Search Party, you managed to traverse the labyrinth of mountain paths to find the hero's tomb. There's a lot of work to do. Is it really worth moving all those boulders? Yes, definitely. 80%, no tool available. Alright. You break through. It's been hard work, but with the combined strength of the crew, you find an entrance. The tomb is dark, dusty, and moldy. Earl has to cover his mouth to prevent himself from fainting. With a lit torch, the crew navigates the elaborate tomb. Rubble and fake walls are prevalent. I've actually never seen this option before. Let's do it. Wait a minute. The crew notices there's something interesting behind a fake wall. Dolores doesn't hesitate and bursts down the wall. This was a wise choice. The room is filled with epic documents. Epic documents. You could exploit the stories of this secret or use it as a cultural discovery. What is an epic document? That's weird, right? I'm not the only one? I honestly don't know what we want to do. We have a lot of status worth of specialists who could be recruited. And honestly, we don't need science all that badly anymore. Yeah, let's go for the secret token. You continue to explore down the tomb. The air is getting heavier and the corridors are getting narrower. This corridor is getting too narrow. One crew member must squeeze through. Molly argues that traps are the most obvious threat, something for a quick thinker to solve. Earl argues that these tombs are guarded by spirit guardians. A beguiling charmer might barter for safe passage. Well, we have no way of interacting with that. So, Dolores. Dolores squeezes through the narrow entrances ahead of the crew. In order to avoid getting trapped altogether, she scouts the next area alone. Then, something happens. Man, a spirit guardian. We've seen the trap fire every other time we've been here. I didn't actually think there was a thing for this. Alright. This is the tomb of the Andean hero. What gives you the right to trespass on these sacred grounds? Why would the hero allow you to visit his grave? Do we need to beguile the spirit guardian? Couldn't we just tell him the truth? I mean, go for it. If you got your heart set on it, go for it, but... we were explicitly asked to come here. Are you mocking our legendary lineage? I cannot stop you, but I will curse you for as long as you walk these lands. Let's see if you really can carry the burden of a hero. So he had no intention of stopping us, he just wanted to be a dick. That's fantastic. Alright. The hero's tomb must be really close now. And there it is, in fact. It really was. It's right there. A magnificent war banner with a standard is placed above it. That must be the hero's relic, we assume. The crew marvels at the treasure in awe. And then a bunch of Imperial guards bust in. Yep. So once again, like I was saying, this hero's relic just doesn't seem like anything special to me. It's just a banner on a stick, and it's not even like a particularly cool looking banner. I don't know. I don't know why everybody's so upset. Alright, there's nothing really fancy to do here. Earl probably could have afforded to shoot the other one. I don't know that it matters. Go ahead and make her confident. Again, I don't know if it matters. I think she would have had that damage by quite a large margin, even if she wasn't confident. Oh no, they're spreading out. This is going to make my homemade explosives less impressive. Alright, let's stand over here. No, apparently let's not stand over there. Okay, so Molly is going to get in the way of this guy. That allows Earl to move, wow, almost nowhere, actually. What about right here? Can he get a good... That's not terrible. We'll have Dolores move forward to buff him first. He'll just take out the two he can get to, I guess. And then Dolores can move up here. Alright, and that leaves just one enemy left. He does have a lot of health, but also he's facing down a very angry Molly. Yeah, alright. I was like, oh man, this attack's not doing very much damage. He must have a lot of armor. We'll go speech instead. But no, it just turns out that none of our attacks do a lot of damage relative to this guy's health pool. Oh, and then he strikes back for 15 whole damage. That's very impressive. We're all so proud of you. Dolores really throwing herself into the work, as always. Alright, one hero's relic, please. Alright, with those knuckleheads defeated, you can safely take the hero's relic. Your current highest level engineer gains +3 collect, +3 study on engineer spins? Yes, I think so. Amazing, a fantastic treasure indeed. If you show it to the people of Vilcabamba, they will surely be grateful. Alright, so what is going to be our most efficient way back to Vilcabamba? I mean, I guess we just... Never mind, it's not really that complicated. Alright, about the hero's relic. We got it. Extraordinary. Who would have thought it to be such a beautiful banner? Do you seriously not even know what the hero's relic was? All that talking, all that crying, all that sending us to our certain doom, and you didn't even know what you were looking for. The legends tell that those who find the hero's relic are destined to keep it. Just allow us to copy the patterns and then bear it proudly like the hero you are. I'm glad we didn't have to fight over that, because there was zero chance we were ever giving that up. We will fight with double ferocity. Thank you so much for this. So let's travel to the trading post, because we haven't been there yet. And you get collect tokens just for showing up. Alright, a prosperous place. Let's trade. Great idea. I see you have some exotic baubles. I'll pay you handsomely for them. And we just get 6 collect tokens. Alright. So we're gonna wind our way over there. How's everybody doing on XP? Nobody's really close, so this is not a necessity. It should be fine though. We should be able to do this and still get to the end without taking any hunger penalties. You arrive in a small Incan village. Molly is not sure whether this particular village is with or against the Emperor, although, of course, process of elimination tells us the Emperor is among the greatest leaders I have ever seen. Nah, lol, JK. Go get him. And again, this battle is so completely trivial. It's a little bit silly that they're making me do it at all. Have Dolores stand next to him while he fires the bomb. Just enough of a buff. Speaking of standing next to people, Dolores knows her job. Actually, I can't even get over there. I guess we'll wait for them to come toward us one more turn. Alright, this should be a little bit more productive. Alright, well, he doesn't get to play this turn. It's a shame, but it happens. Oh, actually, I don't want to move her yet. Let's start with this. Molly might have the movement range to get adjacent to the last remaining guy here. And in fact, she does. All you have to do is clear the way. Alright. Give me that small payout of tokens. You're glad these villagers disagreed with you. Now you get to show them how you really feel. Yeah, take that, people who disagree with me. The mountains hold plenty of natural wonders. Keeping your eyes open is imperative to finding something valuable or interesting. With the right focus, you find what you're looking for. But the real victory is that you didn't find any llamas. Boy, ain't that the truth. Hi, you find an unknown precious stone. Molly wants to research its properties, but Earl thinks it's a better idea to sell it. So discovery versus 6 collect tokens. The 6 collect tokens are way, way better. Once the argument cools down, the crew makes a decision and you can continue exploring. Yeah, maybe. A field full of guava trees and they're bearing fruit. I'm super annoyed that this doesn't connect. Alright, well, we'll go here. Earl's sharp scientific eye makes an astute observation about the weather patterns here. Clever. Alright, so we saw a new note. That was cool. Of course, the palace is heavily guarded. Bummer. The crew regroups to plot a roguish diversion. The thing is, we don't... we've all seen this before. We know what's going to happen. There's no diversion involved. With some clever sneaking, Molly passes the guards and opens a side window. That's not what a diversion is. Alright, anyway. The crew walks down a hallway that is decorated with statues and carvings of the undisputed Emperor of the Incas. The atmosphere is getting heavy. Earl knows that you'll face the Emperor right after opening the next door. And there he is, the Emperor, surrounded by his Imperial Guard. The Pretenders! They're here to overthrow your beloved leader and destroy the Incan lands! That's not... you have no evidence of that. We just want your treasure. We just want everything of value that you people own. The Emperor is not impressed. That's fine. I'm not afraid of him either, man. I'm not afraid of him or his weird time travel shotgun. Because that shotgun looks significantly more modern than anything else in the entire game, basically. Alright, I just don't want to have to deal with these guys. Hopefully a little stun will take them out of the fight for a moment. It's so hard to see if there's an area here that is adjacent. I guess let's find out. Can I attack? I can. She needs to go to the far side, though. Alright. Who needs to fight henchmen? We're just gonna go all the way right now on this guy's face. Actually, honestly, I probably can. Earl comes over here and pushes the guy into enraged. We just flatten him. Okay, and he chose to do nothing, which I am really excited about. I can't quite reach him. I can sort of reach him. Alright, devious abilities are powered up. I don't think that they'll be necessary. Oh, maybe. Yeah, you know what? I don't think we're gonna get the kill here. So let's do this. Drop one of them while adjusting the boss's mental state. Oh, and then we can just punch him out. No big deal. He cried out for his mama. It's just sad, man. Long live the revolution! The dictator is defeated and the spoils are yours. You pick up the centerpiece of the Imperial art collection, the Imperial garb. Sure. +3 collect at the end of each expedition for each level of rogue in your crew. Ah, you know what? I like that enough to have it a second time. But as you're looting the palace, which is exactly what we would do, a villager walks up to you. With the Emperor gone, the Council's wondering who's going to be the new Emperor. Molly realizes you can't leave these people with a civil war. I guess. Molly takes place at the Incan Council that will determine the future leader of the Incan people. It becomes clear that a new and independent leader must be chosen. Molly would volunteer if it wasn't so much more boring than adventuring. Still, the Council is eager to hear if Molly has a candidate. I don't exactly remember what the different outcomes, the different choices are here. I think that the Necromancer treasure favors you being devious. So we're going to go this way. The brave rebel leader Huayna Capac will make an excellent leader. He already has an impressive track record and many cities support him. The Council is enthusiastic about your proposition. As is Huayna. Finally, our people can be free. I will lead the people with dedication and perseverance. And Molly, thank you for helping the Inca people. I want you to have this Inti statue as a token of my gratitude. Okay. This is terrible. This is kind of terrible. Yeah, I guess we are just taking this. Jeez. The crew leaves the palace. That was quite the adventure, toppling a government and everything. Molly must admit, it was pretty fun. It wouldn't surprise Molly if this became a trend one day. That's some time travel humor right there. But the world has not been fully explored yet. You take your discoveries and get ready to leave. So, I think that was a pretty good run. We only saw, I think, one new node, but we got a lot of stuff done there. We got a lot of treasure. How much insight did we... We pulled 7 insight. That's pretty strong. And we still haven't spent any insight at all since the start of the game. I'm actually pretty torn about whether I want to start spending insight in Africa or whether I want to wait one more expedition and try to just spend all of the run's insight in China. Or not China, but Asia. Asia in general. Not so specific. There's definite benefits to doing it that way. Getting those nice big tokens. But one has to wonder if it might be better for my chances of actually beating the next expedition to spend some of this stuff now. We're a Tyrant Tycoon. Alright, well, Timbuktu's the only place we can send the report because the other option here would have been Sydney. And you know, we did end up with quite a lot of status, and this is not so bad. So I could finish observations, or we try to go to psychology or anthropology. I don't think nature sciences is the call. Let's have a look real quick at the entourage guys. I want the 3rd tier of this. Status from collect. Yeah, I think this makes the most sense. Jasmine, calligrapher. I guess that's a title. I guess that's a title that you technically can have. Alright, let's see here. Plus extra research from Collect, we could get weapons expert for Dolores. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So Dolores will learn weapons expert. So now we have access to the next level of the tactician buff. We also have... Hold on, let's have a look at the things that we did not yet purchase. Tactician military history. That's fairly compelling, and extra collect tokens. Beats the heck out of Dynamo. Alright. So let's see here. What do I want to do? I guess it sort of makes sense to go for psychology. Not really. Emotion studies isn't that great. Maybe we do just go into nature sciences. I feel like I do that a lot, though. No, let's finish up observations. Technique challenges are what we're best at. So let's hit that. And then I'll buy this, not because I want it, but because of that. The bonus for completing the tree. And yeah, we're just going to save it. We're going to use all of the runs, Insight in Asia, I guess. I'm fine with that. That seems perfectly reasonable to me. So... what do we need? We need more defenses. Our attack prowess is pretty good. I don't know that we need to buff it. So Earl is on 5 points engineer, 2 points survivalist. This is not really that useful. I could just buy some really nice armor for someone. Maybe like a really nice memento for Dolores. Tactician offense. Does she have that? No. Alright. Oh, I can't give her a coach whistle without disrupting the other stuff. Let's just buy her, honestly, a legendary memento. Yeah, take that. And we can upgrade to master armor here. I'm a little disappointed. We keep coming up just like the tiniest bit shy of things. What about the downtown shops? I don't have all this stuff unlocked yet, is how what about? Rogue bluffing. I don't know that we really even need more points of rogue. I don't know what to buy, man. Maybe I just save it. I honestly already don't remember what's available here. Quick Thinker Wits, Diplomat Politics, Naturalist Astronomy, Tactician Military History. This is actually really interesting. We won't be using it, I don't think, but that's neat. Alright, well, 4th Expedition. Honestly, maybe it is Egypt. I don't... Transylvania... Diplomat, Beguiler, Engineer, Quick Thinker. Yeah, Transylvania's not really for us. The Emerged Island does have a lot of gold on it. We're not very good at cultural challenges, though, and we're only good at about half of nature challenges. It might actually make the most sense just to go Egypt for the 2nd expedition in a row. Egypt as the 4th expedition. Seems a little strange, but yeah, come back next time. I think we're going to Egypt and preparing ourselves for a trip into the forgotten land of Shangri-La. We'll see you then.